What's going on, good people? Let's make sure that I am unmuted today because yesterday I was not. So today we are actually at the 3 o'clock time hour for how to design a logo and a tagline that stands out. So does your logo truly represent your brand? In this stream, you will learn how to design a logo and tagline that actually stand out. Trust and believe that a great logo and a tagline are essential to making your brand unique and unforgettable. Stick and stay while we run this play and you guys can catch this value for today.
Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina, Britt, Yelverton here, reminding you about our new open office hours and our free Brand You community. Join us every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live, actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, Industry Dominator GHL, StreamYard, AI Tech, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident about your business and brand. And the best part is, after each and every live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask questions and get personalized answers. Do not miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to our YouTube channels. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company or as an entrepreneur struggling in your brand or business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each and every weekday. Cortez is the one and only followpreneur at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, founder of the PLR Profit Society, your brand master at 1 p.m., founder of the Brand You Agency, and you can binge watch Bridget, our automations and AI specialist, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you know you need to do to get your assets in order, to learn, to lead, and to level up.
So come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, and catch these nuggets. Catch these gems live on today. So good to see you, Dietrich. Hey there, Janice. I think I'm saying that, pronouncing that correctly. If not, Janice, what's going on? Breezy. So good to see each and every one of you. Those of you that are on IG, definitely share this with someone that you know has a jacked up logo and you want to help them get away from having that logo looking janky, right? Go ahead and tap the screen and share the stream so that you can get this information on today. I appreciate you guys coming in. And for those of you who are hearing impaired, I have running across on the screen on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube so that you can watch us on LinkedIn and YouTube, LinkedIn and Facebook, so that you can catch this information live. So today we are streaming today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because we had a scheduling conflict. We have to get the youth lifestyle trainees to where they need to go to have them to be in place for what they need to be in place for, since they've chosen to honor their mom and go get a job first before they continue to run their own businesses. So again, come on into the room with the Brand Master, myself, Brand Master Martina Britt Yelverton, your cash flow queen and founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home-based business. So should you choose to do so, I help entrepreneurs to get your assets in order so that you can go from being stuck and struggling possibly inside of a company's brand or a business's brand to gaining impact and influence with your own personal brand, right? So that you attract people that need what it is that you have to offer. And on today, Mario and Quinn and Twin, today, what we're going to be discussing is how to design a logo and a tagline that stand out. So if you want to go all the way back to the beginning of how is this relevant to those of you who are catching the live, if you have an idea, if you have a business, if you have a brand and you're trying to get noticed, recognition, you're trying to get realized, connected with people out here in the field, then there's some information that you need to have in place. And yes, one of them is your logo and your timeline, your tagline. My question is it simple? Is it memorable? Is it scalable? Right? Is it clean? Is it with clarity? Do you understand exactly what it is that it's saying? Is there a memorable tagline associated with it? right? And if so, then yes, you can move forward and feel like you have those things. Does it reflect your brand's personality and your brand's value? Like, these are 4 or 5 of the questions that you need to ask yourself so that you can see whether or not people would resonate with your brand, with your logo, with your tagline. Me, myself, as I share the screen, I'm going to show you guys a couple of things that are on here that could be potentially viewed as my tagline, right? And that is, of course, brand master, of course, cash flow queen, right? Things that actually resonate with other people that still remain aligned with your business or your brand. Again, simple things, memorable things, scalable things, not trendy things, not cliches that don't land well with people, right? When you're getting into the design process, you want to start with sketches. You want to focus on simplicity. You want to focus on shapes. You want to focus on colors that actually align with your brand and your brand personality, your brand voice, what your zhuzh is, if you understand what that means, okay? So one of the things that I want to do, and you guys on TikTok and IG, you can't see this live on the screen, but I actually have pulled up on the screen some logos that are created and designed by the brand master. They are simple, memorable, and scalable, meaning there are elements of the logo that you may be able to emphasize later. Think about it. I believe when McDonald's first started out with this logo, it was the golden arc and the word McDonald's was there. However, anywhere you go and look right now, trust and believe, the McDonalds, that's no longer in there. It's just the golden arc. That's a scalable logo. Nike used to have Nike under it. Its tagline is just do it, right? McDonald's tagline, I'm loving it. You guys can hear that and you'll know exactly where that's from. That focuses on happiness. That also focuses on satisfaction, right? Those are the things that you know make a great tagline for that short, simple, memorable, scalable logo, right? When you're thinking about a tagline and it's accompanying the logo, you have to think about what makes sense. I think Ross is a very simple word logo, and dress for less, maybe their tagline, short, impactful. It emphasizes and summarizes the core benefit of that brand. Does your logo, small, compact, simple, memorable, is it scalable, right? Those are the things that you want to think about. Also, you want to think about whether or not it can be shared in various colors across various and multiple platforms. So one of the things that happens here inside of the brand agency, the Brand You agency, and what we put out for logo design is when we take the opportunity to create and design a logo for you, there are 5 core components that we ensure that the logo has, not only in its development, but also in its deliverability, right? As well as in its design. We want to make sure that there are 5 core elements that are there. Can anybody guess what the number one thing that we ensure is inside of a logo design? Cue the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. If you guys don't know, we want to make sure that the brand name, I'm trying to move a couple of things out of the way. The brand name is 100% obviously involved in that logo. Why? Because why else are you designing a logo if it doesn't say what the name of it is? Common sense. What's going on, Kiara? What's going on, Jim? My daughter and her friends are hopping on my live. I am honored. I am honored. Thank you guys for joining. All right. So you want to make sure that obviously the name is included in that logo design. Now, you may be having a logo design that is very long. Your brand, like my entire brand name is Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton. That's not the logo. However, we did find a way to get all of that included in the logo. We focused on the larger portions of the logo, the M, the B, and the Y, right? Because if you turn that back around, it says YBM, your brand master, right? We want to make sure that this is something that is clean and that can be conveyed across all of the platforms. Make sense? I hope so. Okay, what's going on, Mario? So good to see you. Hey, Jess Nazara. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If I dismantle your names, please forgive me, okay? You want to make sure that all of that is across. We want to make sure that the name, the main portion of the logo, is very visible, is very clear, is very easily to be understood. Think about it. If you're looking, and I know for you guys on IG and for you guys that are watching on TikTok, it may be a little bit weird for you, but let's look at this particular logo that I'm wearing today. I am Black Wall Street. Clear, clean, short, simple, memorable. This could scale with or without the world behind it, with or without the small slogan up top, with or without the bull at the base, and still be clean and recognizable. Okay, so even though this is not a logo for a business, this is the logo for a brand segment of the entire business structure that we have in place. Again, here on the screen, if you're looking at some of the other logos that I'm displaying, we have a big PSR for Paulette Sims Realty. We have the M going right into the C for Maurice McDonald, right? We have the V going right into the L and into the E for Vanessa L. Ellington, right? Love Your Bible Group. Obviously, the heart representing by the Bible and the structure of the cross, as well as the Bible across the bottom. There are different elements of every single logo that you will encounter that will make it clean, that will make it simple, memorable, and scalable. By scalable, we're saying with or without the additional explanative of the name of the business, right? When you're doing these things, you have to think about not being trendy, but being memorable. That is extremely important. Not necessarily being trendy, but being memorable. Okay. And again, you want to begin with having the name in the logo. That is the main logo. In addition to that, you want to have a sub logo or a stacked logo. So most times you're going to have either the circular portion of a logo, or you're going to have a horizontal or a vertical portion of a logo, right? You want to be able to scale that. So in some instances, you may be looking at taking the larger logo, scaling it down, but it's still being visibly clear. I hope that makes sense. Going from having the full black version to the full white version to a monochromatic grayscale version, as well as a version that you may need to utilize in multiple colors, meaning it needs to be clear in black, it needs to be clear in white, it needs to be clear for a specific time frame that it could be utilized for. It could be needed for autism awareness, domestic violence awareness, cancer awareness. Susan G. Komen usually has it in pink, right? You have different things that come across during different times of the season. Is your logo still clear, clean, memorable, simple, recognizable during its seasonal use, right? Then you still need to be able to take out of that large logo one symbolic component that is now considered a favicon or a favicon or a fav icon, depending on how you pronounce it, and have that be a standalone component of the logo and still represent your brand voice, your personality, your business, or your brand. Okay. So these are the components that you have to consider when you're trying to make it mass produce, when you're trying to do it in a circular, in a horizontal, in a vertical, iconic. Then you want to take it from all of those different color variations. Does it still remain intact, clear, clean, recognizable when you're only using that one iconic version of it? And then the possibility that you may have to create some symbol or some type of animation for that very same logo. So I'm just showing you guys here on the screen a couple of the different logos, and you can see how these logos are solid. Even though some may be artistic, they're still clear. even though they may represent a segment of an industry, they can still stand alone. Okay. So I'm just scrolling through a few of them here on the screen so that you can see what they look like, what they represent, how they remain strong. So specifically, let's look at this one here for Shamika Michelle. She has a similar brand for Naked Girls. She has her brand for Shamika Michelle. We were able to literally take her brand and include an actual image of her, not only on the cover of her book, but also in her logo. That's actually Shamika in the iconic portion here, right? That's Shamika, all her natural glory at her book premiere. You all can see even her Naked Girls logo. Okay, for you, those of you who are on TikTok and IG, sorry you can't see it, but those of you on the other platforms, you can. You all know this is Shamika's brand. This is her. Like, you can't mistake this. Okay, let's see if we can locate another one. So if I go on to utilize, let's go back up to the top here and see if I can grab another one. Let's go over here to Winston-Salem Sportsman's Club. So Winston-Salem Sportsman's Club, they are a group of men who actually come to support, i.e. who? Young girls who are athletic, who are making achievements inside of their own industry in their lane in all sports around it. They're the promotion of scholarships and athletic achievement among athletes. I hope you can see that on the screen here. This is their logo. That's their logo in black and white. Here is their logo in full color. Okay, same logo, everything still pristine, clear, and able to be seen and understood. Let's see if we can grab another one here. Let's go with the Hayes Foundation. So the Hayes Foundation, here it is in their golden color. In their burgundy color. Here it is in a gradient. So that's one of them that I didn't mention before. I did mention a gray scale, but this is a gradient. This is their logo in a white with a gold hue to it. Okay. Again, it needs to be simple enough to be able to be used across multiple platforms, small enough here to be utilized as an icon as well as a favicon. Now, certain elements of all favicons does not translate well. Not a whole lot we can do about that, because depending on the elements that are used inside of the logo. Okay. Hope this is making sense to you guys. You're gleaning some sense of value from this. Let's see if we can find another one. So this is one of my earlier logos here for the Panay Mime Ministries International. Let's see if I can grab their panaymime.org up so maybe you'll be able to see that a little bit bigger. But this is one of my previous clients from years and years and years ago. I hope that's a little larger on the screen that you are available to see it. But it is the entity itself, but the mask of the mime, and it's simplistic in a white color. Of course, they have it in other areas on black and white. They have merch. They have other things that we created over time for their industry. Again, you want to be able, in all of its simplicity, but still be able to represent a full, complete thought with regards to logo design. So let's move a little bit further into how you actually create these specific designs and what would you be focusing on. So there are tools that you're available to use to create logos like Canva, like the Adobe Suite, like the Corel Suite. When I first started doing logos, I was doing logos in Microsoft Word. Yeah, so if you can create something as big and bad as an entire flyer, a logo, its tagline, graphic design as a whole inside of Microsoft Word, which is not a design software, you might be able to do a little something when it comes to help Canva. You might be able to do a little something when it comes to actually getting inside of Corel Draw or the Adobe Suites. Okay, if you can make it in Microsoft Word, you can make it anywhere. And that's literally where we started out 15 years ago in business, doing all of our flyer designs and graphic designs inside Microsoft Word. I was clueless. I didn't know at that time, right? But going on beyond that, I've been able to do much, much more. So let's look at another client like Inspire, PDC LLC. That's Personal and Professional Development Center LLC, Limited Liability Company, and what their logo looks like. So you have it here in a full black with all of its color, representing all of the different people that they work with, the energy and all of that available here. Let me see if I can get back to the top. There you go. So you can catch the logo up here, Inspire, right? Let's see if I can grab another one. Just seeing if you see the simplicity, however, the depth and clarity of the design in multiple different logos. Let's see. I think I have King's World available in their merch site. So everything doesn't have to have an actual website. They actually have a merch site where the actual face of King was created into the logo itself. And then we took that exact same face, because if you guys don't know, the levels of logo design with regards to copyrights, trademarks, and patents, there are 3 levels to this for prosperity's sake. Posterity for your logo. A simple copyright, but what outranks that is a trademark, but what outranks that is a patent. This is when it's time to start legally registering items to make sure that no one else can take your works. You want to be able to take that logo and the name, put them together, and then begin to trademark items that are selling, that are in use, that are out here in these internet streets. Because why would you take the time to go through weeks and weeks and weeks of trademarking something that isn't generating you any money, that isn't creating any type of longevity for you, to make sure no one else can take it if you're not going to do anything with it? And trademark can be expensive. It can be extensive, but the beauty of it, you are available to utilize a trademark, and above that, a patent, instead of just a copyright, right? And when you take your name, put it inside your logo, and trademark the entire thing, you're at a higher level than a person who simply just copyrights something, okay? Just trying to give you a little something there. All right, so that's another one that you can have a look at and see the simplicity of how far across and how broad it can be. Let's see if we can grab a couple more for you guys to look at. That would be helpful for you. So we can even go over here to SEC LLC, again, general contractors out of Southeastern Construction Company. This is the actual SEC, Southeastern Construction, inside of one of their arches with a blueprint behind it. Why? Because they are general contractors. Can you all see how we're able to take the name of the company, encompass it with a logo that makes sense, be able to down scale it, and it still be able to be recognized even in something as small as I'm showing you guys here, the actual favicon here on the screen. Hope that makes sense for you guys. Again, you want to make sure that it makes sense for the brand value that we have in place. Looks like I lost one of my tabs. There we go. Let's get that one back. And let's see if there are a couple of more examples that I can show you. Let's go ahead and go with Love Your Bible, so I can show you that one and different components of how it was used. And then we'll close this out. All right. So here with the Love Your Bible, you're able to see this specific logo in various formats. So here you see what I mean. We have it in what would be considered a horizontal or a circular logo, right? And then when you go over to the website, if you notice, the favicon is just the heart portion of the logo. And now we have been able to create the logo vertically as well. And it still follows the same right structure, okay? We've placed it on top of their actual materials, on top of their reading plan. The logo here itself, we have it in smaller, still legible, still clear, Love Your Bible. And if you guys were seeing this, what would you think this would be about? Love Your Bible. It's loveyourbiblegroup.com. And you're seeing this logo in multiple places. You're seeing the color palette carry throughout. Consistency is key when you're doing your brand, when you're creating your brand voice, when you're creating the entire concept behind your brand. This is crucially important. Do you guys see throughout the entire website where this is continuing to be repeated for the merch, for the consistency of the brand, for the clarity of the brand, right? Right and right. You can't miss it. It's pretty clear. Okay. So before I let you go, what I want to do is actually talk with you guys about some of the mistakes that you need to avoid, at least two. Overcomplicating your logo with too many elements. A lot of times people want to ensure that they have the name, the colors, the meaning, the slogan, the products, the values, the purpose. They want to have all of this in a logo. Trust and believe you need for that logo to stay within the confines of simplicity as well as what the brand represents. And I know for some of you, this could be a pretty boring title. We just want to be able to say, hey, this is me. This is who or what I am. And I need you to figure all of that out in one icon or in one image. Y'all know that ain't possible. Not possible at all. That would be overcomplicating the logo. It would have too many elements. It would not be memorable. And if it were memorable, it may be memorable in a bad way. Okay. But also you want to avoid using a longer tagline or a tagline that doesn't resonate with your audience. Okay. So my daughter and I were leaving out of one of the shopping malls, and I'm used to seeing Burlington. And if you guys don't know, let's see if I can get a Burlington logo up here. Burlington store logo. Let's see if I can get this to come up. And maybe we'll be able to see the evolution of the logo because it has changed just a bit. And I will see if I can bring up what I'm specifically looking for. No, I don't see it. So we have the standard Burlington logo pulled up here on the screen. Hope you guys can see that. And let's see if I can drop this down and get, let's go with large. And maybe I'll get what I need. I hope you guys can see that on the screen. So we were at Burlington, and I don't know if you guys recognize, but the B for Burlington is a heart. There's the one I'm looking for. So this is the standard Burlington Coat Factory logo, right? However, they have found a way to incorporate into their brand a part of their slogan: deals, brands. Wow. Can you guys see that on the screen? This is the new Burlington logo. So they found a way to incorporate, and they're not just the coat factory anymore. If you notice Burlington Coat Factory, none of their branding says coat factory anymore. Now it says brands, deals. I myself don't understand this. Wow. But hey, it's there. All right. This is what the front of the store now looks like. Brands, deals. Wow. Same thing. Let's go with Ross. Store logo. Ross, dress for less. Simple, clean, easy to remember. And they found a way to get their short tagline that does resonate with their audience into their logo design. Makes sense? Makes sense? I hope so. Let's see. I think those were the main examples that I wanted to bring up and show you for that. So let's talk about the main thing I want to talk with you guys about, and this happens all the time. And I'm going to see if I can locate this specific video for you guys. And I'm going to make sure I plug it because you guys need to watch this video. I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to ensure that I bring it up because I get this question a lot. And literally, I'm like, come on, y'all. I can't answer that. I don't know. And what is the question, do you think? Ari, what is the question that you think I'm going to speak about? Because lots of people have this question. Can anybody guess? Judy, can anybody guess? George, what's going on? Wazi, can anybody guess what the number one question they believe comes across with regards to logo? Can anybody guess? What did they say? Cue the Jeopardy music. Welcome, Vanessa from Baltimore. No, so good to see you. Need to work on yours. Let me know, sis, what you need to work on. I'll be sure to reach out to you about that. Yes. The number one thing is price. How much is the logo? How much is logo design? This question comes across so often. And the thing that I hate to tell you, and the thing that I hate to say to some of you is, I don't know. I don't know how much your logo design would be. Why? Because I have not found out the name of your company. I have not found out any of the information about your company, its slogan, its tagline, what brand does it represent, what colors you may want, what fonts you may want, what icons you may be looking for. How is it going to be used? Is it going to be used for merch or just for website? Is it going to be used in print media? How many variations or colors are you going to need? So the 5 things that I was talking to you about earlier had to do with the main logo, the stacked logo, as well as the color variations of the logo, including the icon or favicon, right? As well as the animations. Again, the main, the secondary or stacked, the multiple color formats, all right? An icon or favicon, as well as an animation of it. Those are the 5 variations. Now we could move further over into the formats. When that logo is delivered to you, are you going to get an AI, a JPG, a PNG, a PDF, a PSD, an AI or an EPS, a TIFF, right? How many different formats are you going to need of that logo depending on how you plan to utilize it? In addition to that, is it going to be simple, scalable, memorable? Is it going to be versatile? Is it going to be relevant, right? And is it going to be unique and different? Finally, where or how are you going to use it? Again, is it just for web? Is it going to be in print? Is it going to be for social media? Is it going to be for merch? Is it going to be needed to be recreated into an animation? Are you going to be able to use it in the same size as a pen or a pencil to as large as a billboard? I don't know how much your logo will cost until I get additional details. Then I can actually come up with an estimate based on the details that you deliver. Again, we have to make sure that your logo is simple, memorable, scalable, precise, versatile, all of these different things, because it represents you and your ultimate voice out here in these internet streets. So that's why my logos start at a simplistic logo text starts at or around $3.99. However, a more custom logo that's for a business, a corporate, or a brand starts out higher than that, around $5.49, $6.99. It depends. Again, we have to have that consult and we have to be able to have that discussion. Okay. So again, if you're understanding all of that, if you're hearing all of that, if it resonates with you and it makes sense, and even if it doesn't, I invite you to go watch my guy, Roberto Blake, where he talks about logo design. And he gives you full clarity and understanding here in this video. Because I say to you in a 10-minute rant, I don't know how much your logo will cost until I hold a consult with you and we actually go through some clarifying details that I need to be able to help you design a logo that represents not only you, but your brand voice, and something that your audience resonates with so that you can get out in these internet streets and catch your coins, okay? So normal open office hours for Q&A usually follows these streams. However, we at 3 p.m. today instead of our normal 1 p.m. So I look forward to seeing you guys join us over in the Learn, Lead, and LevelUp.com community to get free branding answers to your burning branding questions inside of our free community. That's at Learn, Lead, and LevelUp.com. I hope you guys were able to glean something from today. And if so, I would love for you to comment below and answer the question, what colors or words best represent your brand? Let me know. I'd love to assist you if you don't have that already set up, if you don't already know, what it is that you're trying to do. I'd love for you to either respond to the comment that we've posted or for you guys to take the opportunity to respond in the chat below to that question. I would love to find out whether or not we could assist you. So if you had to describe your brand in 3 words, what would they be? What would the 3 words be for your business? I would love to chat with you guys and continue to have this discussion in the comments below. Definitely subscribe to any of the channels, select the bell so that you can get notifications whenever we are live. I hope you will be able to join us tomorrow, 1:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be back for our normal time. And tomorrow we will talk about how to select the colors and the fonts that actually speak to your brand. I hope to catch you on the replay. Thank you so much for your time on today. It's greatly appreciated.
Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton here, reminding you about our new open office hours and our free Brand You community. Join us every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live, actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, Industry Dominator GHL, StreamYard, AI Tech, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident about your business and brand. And the best part is, after each and every live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask questions and get personalized answers. Do not miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to our YouTube channels. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company or as an entrepreneur struggling in your brand or business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each and every weekday. Cortez is the one and only followpreneur at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, founder of the PLR Profit Society, your brand master at 1 p.m., founder of the Brand You Agency, and you can binge watch Bridget, our automations and AI specialist, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you know you need to do to get your assets in order, to learn, to lead, and to level up.